style. Shouldn't say the boys, yes. But it was a milestone for myself. First game of the 2 day run. Ready to take performance, take first mentality. Boys and should be five very apples. I enjoy being for sure. Makes sense. I love this club. All these boys. I'm going to look at the best of my wings now, man. You guys are one off the way. And then you're going to so then, hey, me and Bob are going to this. So I'll go back to you. But always family, myself, and the kind of family, but then you're all I'm having some amount of hugs every day. It's more than that. It's more than one day. So like it's like, I do this with my family, my friends. The whole time, support, mate. I think what you're doing. Yeah, really. Celebrate the boys. So, yeah, good.
Just soak it up, guys. Just soak it up. Just enjoy this one. It was a buy. It was a buy game. I told you. It was always going to be a buy game. Quiet, guys. Just enjoy. Woo! Woo! Guys. I'm speechless. Just embrace it, guys. Just embrace it. Huh? Kangaroo? Kanga? Share screen. Come on. Here we go. Hold on, guys. Let's what are we saying, guys? Happy 200, bros. Sadi was vintage. Rolled into the midfield. Fly McRae moved the magnets at halftime. Billy Frampton into the back line. Thank you. Jeremy Howe into the forward line. Yes. Steel side bottom into the midfield. Chef's kiss. Billy McRae subbed, unfortunately. Lockie Sullivan. The contrast from his first half to his second half. Isaac Quaynor, so clean at ground ball. Braden Maynard putting his body on the line. Billy Frampton creating a contest in the back line. John Noble linking up in transition. Charlie Dean, clean. Willing to take the game on. A few intercepts. Darcy Cameron going head-to-head with Tristan Sherry. Bo McCreary putting the shackles on Luke Davies-Uniacke in the second half. Josh Dacos. Nick? Hello? Nick Dacos? Reef McInnes? Reef? Can you drop Reef ever again after an impact like that? Kruger. See what happens when you have a key tool that can contest? He dropped the ball once. He dropped it, went through his hands. But he fucking went at it after it and created a contest. Harvey Harrison, how about that mark from Hoskin Elliott in the back line to pretty much seal the game? How's that? Well, not seal the game, but you know what I mean. Hoskin Elliott, clean. Bobby Hill. Anybody? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Ben Parsons has entered the chat. Hoskin Elliott. Bo McCreary locking down Luke Davies-Uniacke. Lipinski did okay. It was a heist. A heist to the nth degree. Oh, I told you it was going to be a buy. I'm just kidding. We still won. Bo was good. Bobby 10. There's going to the pie performers. I'm going to look forward at fucking giving some ratings for that. Wow. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share. Let me see if halftime. Most of the team was about a 3. It was insipid. Yeah. And then, hey, tale of two halves. Did anybody turn their TV off at any time? This is a safe place. I'll forgive you. This once if you turned off the TV at any point today. But transparency is needed. I need everyone to be honest with themselves. Did you turn off the TV at any point? Oh. Good win by the umps, says Professor LT. Had no choice. Mine was smashed. My brother smashed his TV. Manny, my brother's TV is broken. Manny. Give him a job at your TV salesperson role. Didn't turn off. I'm just have a fucking numb hand after beating my desk so fucking hard. They come back Kings. No Frampton goals means no ghost chili for Caleb. No Collingwood loss means no ghost chili for Caleb, so he lives to fight another day. Another TV. My brother fucked his TV up in the second quarter, I think it was. Gone. Mum's not going to be happy. Dad's not going to be happy. That's going to create some adversities in the household. Where else does he kick it from that angle though, Mick? Right? Like, if anything, it's a smart kick because that's where the most space is out wide, and he knows his defensive winger should be goal side there, and that's what happened. Yeah. Oh my God, my heart. I think when Jeremy Howe kicked that goal to put us in front, or was it one of the Nick Dacos's goals? I think I felt like I bursted a vein in my fucking brain. Let's have a look at something here, guys. Can I do something here? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can muster up something here, guys. Bear with me. Fuck around for half. We just wanted to test ourselves. How far back do we need to be before it's too late? And 54 points, guys. 54 fucking points is not enough against Collingwood, guys. It's not enough. It's not enough. Share screen. Come on, let me share this, please. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Who wants to see this?
It's okay.
Bobby Hill.
Let's talk it through.
Can make a real difference.
By side bottom, gathered by the dangerous Chris. Hill's back in the square. Bobby Hill!
Oh,
Culminating in that grand final medal. But this is going to go right at the top of the heap.
Wow.
It's a skyscraper.
I'll tell you, sitting at home with a big smile on their face, and that is Brad Johnson. Because that is exactly where Gary Moorcroft took that huge hanger on Fox Footy's own Brad Johnson. That was incredible.
little did we know, guys, huh? Let's see that again.
By side bottom, gathered by the dangerous Chris. Hill's back in the square. Bobby Hill!
Culminating in that grand
you not love
final
this team.
medal. But this is going to go right at the top of the heap.
Wow.
That's a skyscraper.
I'll tell you, sitting at home with a big smile on their face, and that is Brad Johnson. Because that is exactly where Gary Moorcroft took that huge hanger on Fox Footy's own Brad Johnson. That was incredible.
All right. Fan cams. Let's go. Who wants in? Who wants to share their experience? Here we go. Come on. Join me. Someone give me company. Join the chat. Yorgos, we got the win, mate. It's all good. All's well that ends well. We win. Collingwood win against the greatest challenge they've ever been fucking plagued with. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Pies footy. That is Pies footy. Pies footy. Here we go. All right. Come on. We've got our first guest. I think he's having a beer. And we're getting him on. Give me a sec. Hold on.
Hang on. No beer.
Hold on. Benny Parsons. What the fuck's going on, brother?
Oh my gosh, it's not beer. It's I thought I'd make sure I bring it. LMP.
LMP.
Yeah.
Oh
Thanks,
my.
New Zealand, baby.
Oh my.
So caveat, it's my mum's birthday today. So happy
How good.
birthday, mum.
Happy birthday, Ben
So
Parsons' mum.
So we had like an afternoon tea. My brother, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew came along. And I was gonna duck off at 3. Well, that's when it starts for me here. But I was like, oh, I'll stay a little bit. And then I checked the score. It was like 19-7. It's like, okay, it's no good start. Check it again, 31-7. Like, what the heck? And then I turn it on, and Nick Lucky kicks a goal, 49-8. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the heck is going on? And then halftime, I'm like, get a second quarter. It's like we still, with the flow Collingwood can do, I feel like we can come back at some point. And then the third quarter, way better effort. And there's like 30 points. I think if it was 40 or something like that, I might have thought like maybe it's too much. But 30, like just. And then, like whenever I'm watching the game, if I could watch it on TV or Chromecast it on TV, I can't sit down. I'm just standing up. If I sit down, it's like on the edge of my seat. And I was, you can see I'm sweating. Like I'm still hyped, man. I don't know how the hell we did that. I was just like fist pumping and like beating my chest. They're just like, come on, let's go. And it's like another one.
How can you not love this club?
It's like it's just the ethos of Craig McRae and his coaching team is just take it on, and that's why even if we lose, even if it's close, we still take the game on. We still fight to every minute of every game. It's sort of like play the full 120 minutes. Don't play 105 or something like that. Don't play
Played every minute. We played every minute, Ben.
every minute.
Every
And then-
single minute.
Oh my god, that game. I was trying to watch and think like, what would I rate players? It's just I got to watch it again just to see all of it. Bobby Hill, 5 goals, about bloody time. Took up. Question: would you take Elliott or Bobby Hill's goal?
The marks, are you saying?
The mark, yeah, the mark. Sorry.
That's a good question. Chat, what do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Bobby Hill's mark or Elliott's mark? Because that's a tough question. I think I'm gonna go Bobby because he got that extra ride. But it's a good question, Ben. It's a good question.
It's like 55-45 for me, like Bobby. It's just
Aldin says everyone on Instagram is saying Elliott's, but he reckons Bobby. It's close. It's close either way, right? But
yeah.
different context. Fucking. Hey, Mads. What a win, huh?
No, but North deserved to win my team.
No, North deserved to win, my sister said, but they didn't. The team that deserves to win is the team that wins at the end of the day, is my opinion.
Exactly.
Do you share that opinion, Ben?
Oh, exactly. I will give credit to North Melbourne. I think I said in the chat, that was the best performance they've ever had under Alistair Clarkson.
Yeah.
Like, if they miss their goals, they'll be right in the game. But they, until the last few shots on goal, they missed the most important one. They were accurate all day, and then they missed the most important one.
Oh, how are you feeling those last 5 seconds? How are you feeling when Zach? I thought it went in. I thought it was over.
I was like, I didn't know, and then you like did the signal for behind them, like, yes, let's go. I was pumped, man. Oh,
I just got to say, I've got so many messages from my mates, opposition fans. They're saying, what's happened to your team? They're sending me North ball. They're sending me this. They're sending that. I saved all the receipts. I didn't say anything. I left it.
Okay.
Benny, after this stream, brother, I can't wait to get back to those messages that I missed. But Benny, you've just frozen. But I'm going to move on to Kynan, who's been patiently waiting. And as always, mate, we love having you here, brother. Go Pies.
Go Pies, baby. Let's go.
All right. Kynan, brother.
Hello, my friend.
What's happening?
Oh, God,
what are you thinking?
Oh, that game. Oh, it was a hard watch. It was a hard watch all the way to the end. Oh, we just got there though. That last quarter that surge was mental. Oh my God, that little bicycle kick, Nick got bounced it off the crispy up the middle. Oh, he's just unreal. That kid is unreal.
I think we're going to have to watch the game back at least another 2 times. There's too many moments in that second half where you can point your finger and be like, that moment.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah, Nick is just a freak. There's no other way to say it. He's just a freak. He's
I need
a freak
to
of
write this
nature.
down. I need to write this down just to put an exclamation mark to how good Dacos is. Nick, I need to put it in writing. Nick Dacos is
He's a freak.
A freak. If I ever forget,
100%.
just in case we ever forget, right?
I don't think we will, but
tell me about
God.
that last kick from Zach Fisher. What was going on in your head?
Well, I was too busy looking at my multi that I lost by a point. But
Classic.
Nick Dacos needed one single disposal, and I would have got $3,000.
Classic.
But that kick, man, my heart stopped. It's just dead. I just thought we were over. Thought it was done. But I thought it went through, honestly. I looked at it and I was like, that went through, didn't it? And then they showed the replay and it went through the point. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, damn.
My heart sunk, bro. My heart sunk.
Yeah. I mean, I was just disappointed. I don't know what we were doing for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, look, we it seemed like we fought our way back in the third quarter, not so much as obviously the last quarter, but the first half, it's a stark contrast what we saw in the first half versus the second half. And mate,
100%.
two things, right? To North's credit, they came out the gates and they played with the winning confidence. They won last week. They came in like they, you know what I mean? And then the second part to it, Kynan, is Fly McRae wasn't scared to make big calls at halftime. He subs off Finn McRae. He puts side bottom into the middle, and he swings Frampton to the back line and Howe into the forward line.
And Howe kicks 3.
And he kicked 3. He kicked 3, did he?
I think it was 3 or 2. Can't remember, but yeah, yeah. Dude, Kruger let me down too.
Yeah.
2 big set shots, and he misses them. He let me down. Let me down, though. My multis, man. My multis.
Hey, man, Collingwood won. That's all that matters.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, he still played well. Just that hanger he took on the wing. He's a freak as well.
Mate.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the
Bobby
difference.
won.
That's the difference. I've been saying this. Like, it's nice to have a key tall forward who can have an aerial presence in moments like that when it's tight. It's a hot contest. We need a bailout kick, and you've got someone like Kruger who can.
He just doesn't give a shit. He just goes for it. Yeah, for sure. Him and Bobby, like that fucking screamer he took was mental.
Is that Bobby Hill's best game outside of his grand final?
Grand final, obviously, but 5 goals and a hanger. He played well. It's hard. I would say it's 50-50 because that performance he did in the grand final was unreal. But this game, he also put it on his shoulders as well. So it's hard to tell.
There's just so much to like about that second half from every single player.
Absolutely. I thought Charlie Dean played better this game than he did the past few games.
He played exceptionally, man. I fucking
100%.
highly rated his game. He took on the game. His disposal was clean. He had a few intercept marks. I'm just checking the stats now, but I haven't seen how many disposals Braden Maynard had. But he's
would have been 25 plus easy.
Even that, it's not. That's not necessarily my point. I was gonna say his 1%ers around the ground.
Yeah,
unbelievable, unbelievable. Let me just see here. Magpies disposals here.
I thought Chris. Oh, did he? Oh, wow! I thought he had more than that.
Crisp, unreal.
Oh,
Nick Dacos, 2 goals, 3 goal assists, 93% time on ground.
Really? Jesus. That's crazy. I thought Darcy Cameron, his intercept game is elite. It's getting up there. It's so good.
What do you have?
Like
he must have had like 4 today.
Yeah, he just has such a strong pair of hands, and he just clings them. He just holds onto them.
4 intercept marks, Darcy Cameron.
Yeah, for sure. I thought bloody what's he? Oh, I'm forgetting his name. I thought Sullivan had a bit of a doozy, in my opinion.
First half?
First half. Yeah.
First half for sure. He looked a bit off the pace, is how I would describe his game. But his second half, he played as a really good link-up player within the chains, which is what I like.
I'm loving Schultz.
Yeah, 5 goals. Was it 5 or 4 for him today?
4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. And
for sure.
I've been playing him a bit deeper, Kynan, which has probably been a bit of a change-up. But, Kynan, one last question before we move on to Mick, who's just hanging on tight.
Easy.
Describe that game with 3 different words. And it doesn't have to be in regards to the end result. It can be 3 words that describe different moments or feelings you were going throughout that game.
Well, intensity, for one. It was intense all over the ground. All points. Yep. I'd probably say fast pace. It was very back and forth consistently the whole game.
Fast, intense, fast.
And I'd have to say comeback.
Come back. I like it.
Yeah, you gotta have a 50 point plus comeback. Like that's
You
just
have to.
crazy.
You have to.
Yeah, for
Brilliant.
sure.
Thanks for jumping on.
Easy,
Simon.
man. No
Go
worries.
Pies.
Have a good one.
Go Pies.
Yeah, go the Pies.
See you, buddy. All right. Come on, Mick. Tell me.
Well, how you
Good,
going,
mate.
Rob?
I'm very good. Oh, very good.
Anthony, in one sentence, can you tell me how we won that game? Just give in one sentence. What was the reason? What happened?
Collingwood
Then
never
I'll
gave
reply
up.
to you. I'll tell you in one sentence what happened.
Collingwood never gave up.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why we won this game. All right,
Go for it.
Boris. All right, Collingwood supporting cat. All right,
Yeah.
mate. This cat has watched every comeback we've made over the years. He's next to me on the couch. Yeah, and I remember the Carlton game back in 2022. Yeah, when we came back and kicked them out of the finals. He was next to me the whole time. Always, he stays outside, but when Collingwood plays, I bring him in. Yeah, and I'll tell you what happened when we lost to Sydney. That in the prelim 2 years ago, he was next to me and he ran off, and we lost. So it's his fault we lost to Sydney, but it's all good.
Is it Morris or Boris or Doris?
Boris.
Boris. So you're telling me if Boris sticks around inside with you, Collingwood win?
Yeah, all those comebacks, he's next to me. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah,
Boris.
The wife. When I watch the games, the wife goes shopping. Yeah, because I'm bad when I'm watching. Neighbours complain and everything, but it's just me and Boris. And
Did you break anything today? Was anything broken in the process of in the midst of the Collingwood versus North game?
Anything what?
Did you break anything in the midst of watching this game?
No. Maybe some heart vessels, but that's it.
Yeah.
But I think Nicky D, man, he was the architect, mate. He's the best player in the league. I don't know. You can't tell me one other player that can turn a game like him. He turned the game. He copped the hard tag and he just turned it, man. We are so blessed to have him, man. And I got to see his dad play. I'm old, man. I'm 47, mate. I remember I used to going to Collingwood games back in the early 90s was like an event every time watching his dad play. And now you get to see his son doing stuff like that. He won it for us, man. He was the architect.
He definitely led the way.
He's the perfect predecessor to Pendles. It's just going to be a seamless, changing of the guard there. It's unbelievable.
Can we just mention that we have a lot of absences within our team right now, and we still manage to overcome that deficit. Yeah.
And it was good for TJ in his first game, just to experience that. He'll come out of that with, he knows what we're all about now. Yeah. I wouldn't say he was that, influential or anything like that, but he tried, and I saw a lot of good things, but he didn't set the world on fire. But after that first half, I was thinking, mate, we took a punt playing him, but
with regards to TJ, I think he had a first game type of debut, didn't he? Like he had some moments where he was under the pump, and to be fair, he came into a game where you just totally jumped from the get go, and he's had no chance to warm into it, which is maybe probably the best way to come into AFL and see what the worst of the worst possibly looks like, and then quickly find out what the best of the best feels like in that second half as well, right?
Yeah. Well, put it this way, he'll always remember his first game. Other people play their first games, and it's usually, pretty uneventful, but that was like an event, that game. That's the best. Yeah. That's the biggest comeback we've ever made. We haven't come. I can't. In my whole time watching footy, I've never seen us come back from more than 54 points. That's ridiculous, man.
Let me check. Let me check. I can tell you now. Give me 1 second. Biggest. Hold on. What have I got here? Loss with more scoring shots? No. One from a third quarter deficit? No. So the biggest third quarter deficit was 39 points. We were down by 31 at 3/4 time. What were we down by at halftime? It wasn't.
I think it was about 40 something maybe.
I've got a whole bunch of stats here, but I haven't got biggest comebacks period. So maybe someone in the chat can help us with biggest comeback from behind for Collingwood, because AFL tables is just falling short of that stat. But fuck, hey Mick, can I ask you something? How does your heart manage to deal with that? Because at age 26, I'm struggling to manage with that anxiety and stress right now.
I was shaking, but I'll tell you what, we should be used to this, but it's just you can never get used to it. It's like, look what they provide for us every week. It's ridiculous. And I'll tell you what, when Howie scored that goal, I thought we were going to run away with it after that. But then they scored again. Oh, unbelievable.
I thought, I was just going to say, I definitely thought at when they kicked that goal to respond, I thought they're going to do what they did against West Coast and just, get the game back on their terms and see the game out.
Mate, this is it's hard to process a win like that. It's like this stream that you this post game stream that you do it. It's just too hard to process everything. I need to think about this game. It's just too much happened. So much happened. So many moments. It's just I can't wait to watch that second half again.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the post game show is I think we can all just debrief and try and ascertain and comprehend what the fuck has just happened, and then then we can run it back after the show, regather our thoughts, reconvene, objectify what we saw, rationalize it, and then go from there. Mick, give me 3 words to describe the game. Doesn't matter what moments you're referring to. Give me 3 words. How would you describe that game?
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. Mick, as always, mate, it's a pleasure having you on, and hopefully we see you again in 2 weeks' time, post the bye. We get to enjoy the bye week now.
No worries, pal. Just let me say, man, some of the content that you're putting up, it's phenomenal, man. And I can't keep up, mate. Every time I come home from work, I put the YouTube on. You got another video up. And they're all fantastic, man. Thank you. It's really good to see all that stuff. And that Dane Beams one you did, like I didn't realize how good we came out of that until I saw that doco. That's unbelievable, man. Keep them coming, man.
Mick, thanks so much.
Have a good one.
And take it easy, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks, mate.
Catch you later. See ya.
See you, brother. And we also have another long-time viewer jumping in now. Mr. Kareem the Dream. What's going on, brother?
I'm on stream. Shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, G?
Nothing much, bro. Just trying to fucking process what happened, mate.
Yeah. Tell me. Go. Floor's yours, man. I'm not going to ask you any
mate.
questions. Just speak.
I'm just trying to process what happened and recollect my thoughts. Honestly, like I got high blood pressure. I got the anxiety kicking in. I'm just about to piss myself on the street, literally. Fuck it up. Oh, mate, when at halftime, or was it? I think it was at quarter time when we were down by like 50 or 48 points. But I had that thought, like back in 2011, we came back from like an enormous lead by Adelaide. They were just dominating us. And I already had that esque. As soon as Bobby Hill took that mark, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do an Adelaide type comeback back like then, bro. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying, bro. I'm waffling on shit.
Mate, I feel like I'm talking, but I'm not speaking with much substance right now because I'm just rambling on. My emotions have got me all caught up. Did you break anything at home?
No, I actually broke my desk like a year ago. I'm surprised this one didn't break.
My brother broke his
monitor.
TV.
I'm broken. I'm like, fucking, it's expensive as fuck, so I couldn't touch that shit.
You got to be careful. Got to be careful.
But like the performances after the second half, it was just up to standard. Like the first half was absolutely atrocious, and I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, bro. The last quarter in particular, that last minute, I just want to highlight is just everyone's flying. All I see is Maynard just flying onto the boundary line.
Such a good point. Such a good point.
my
Everyone
God.
was putting every player on that field was willing to die. And I don't use this term lightly, but every player on the field today was willing to die for what they were trying to get from that game, and that was the win. People were throwing their bodies in ways that I hadn't seen in a long, long time, man.
Yeah, even IQ, he just absolutely clobbered like 2 North players in that one contest on that like 50. It was absolutely ridiculous. Bodies flying in that last quarter.
Braden Maynard, Jeremy Howe, Lockie Schultz. Guys, Lockie Schultz.
Lockie Schultz in the forward line. Oh my God, he played out of his skin in the first half. He kept us in this game, even though it was like a 50-point lead to North. Like, he kept us in this game. It could have easily been a lot more.
I could get a montage from Lockie Schultz's game today, and it could go for 5 minutes of Lockie just putting his body on the line, not even kicking those goals. Like, we had our doubts.
Even Bobby, I don't want to undermine not Kruger, Schultz, but even Bobby Hill, like he took a mark against Sherry in the forward line. That one was crazy. That mark was crazy.
That was a 1-on-1. That was a contest as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was ridiculous. How he outstretched him. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. AA187 demands that we give Steel Side Bottom his flowers.
Oh yes, Sidey in the middle. Holy shit, that was 2017, 2014 pass esque. Oh my God. And if you kick that left foot snap as well, that was like almost a boundary line esque goal.
Yeah.
In the pass. I want to show you something I have here. Look. Yeah, fuck Carlton. Fuck Carlton.
There we go.
Fucking
I love that. I'm concerned as to why you have that, but if it was
mate, I want to add like a carnival. Now I just use it as my stress ball.
Yeah, I like it. And you got the swoop jumper on number 35. That's unreal.
Of course, the Premier's one as well.
Oh, I love that. Hey, Steel Side Bottom, right? That comes into the middle, like you said, winds it back to 2018 form. It's such a shame that there is going to be a time we have to move past him. But when you see him play like that in the midfield, you almost say, to hell with playing the youngsters in the middle. Fucking keep him in there if he's going to play like that.
I mean,
play
if we have like so many young players
in the best position,
fucking play him. We need experience there. Like, we need his experience in the middle, definitely. Like McRae wasn't up to standard at all in that first half. He was missing clean handballs, the amount of turnovers as well. We needed experience somewhere, and having Side Bottom in the midfield definitely gave us that edge now.
Charlie Dean is getting better by the game. Needs to learn to
Yes,
stay on his
I
feet
agree
and
with
get
that
better at ground
statement.
ball.
He's using his body like he's fighting in war. I'm not sure exactly who was playing on, but I'll just love how he just manages to put himself in front of the ball and just mark it clean. He's definitely improved his like one-on-one marking.
And his ball use is very good, and he backs himself when he moves
Yeah,
the ball.
I was actually concerned about his boys. I thought he was just handballing to the boundary line. That there's always someone there he's handballing to. Maybe I'm a bit biased because he played shit in early in the year, but he's definitely improved.
100%, 100%. KHS, do we need Port to lose to stay third? Can we just double check that?
I haven't
yeah.
checked the ladder. The only thing I saw was us third, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, KHS, Port Adelaide need to lose. That's what we would prefer out of this GWS game, which is currently Port Adelaide are up by 16. And GWS, they seem to be a little bit lost at this moment. But as long as Collingwood keep winning, hopefully we don't have to worry about other results, right?
Yeah, as long as we keep winning. We could have finished second, but it's the win that counts anyway.
They say Krugs did okay. He did okay. He did very well. He did very well. Very well.
No, he upgraded his game after he took that specky as well.
What do you think about Krug's efforts at ground ball, at ground level?
I don't really remember his ground ball. The only thing I remember, I'm still trying to recollect the entire game.
That's okay.
I don't really. I just remember him just crashing packs and trying to run for the ball. His second efforts were 1 point in the second half.
I think there was a moment where he dropped a mark that went through his hands, but then he applied like 2 or 3 repeat efforts, and we got a stoppage from it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember that. Yeah, but definitely in the second half we upped our pressure.
He was even in the ruck. He did all right. He did all right in the ruck.
Yeah.
He did all right in the ruck.
Yeah.
So you can't say Fly didn't try everything he possibly could to get Collingwood back within arm's reach in that game, right?
I mean, maybe it was a bit the choices in before game, like putting Frampton forward again, Jeremy Howe back, then Moore against Larkey, even the history behind Larkey and Moore matchup, kicking 5 constantly against Moore. I think changing it up obviously improved our game.
Yeah. I like Sully, but I wish he made quick decisions. He was behind the pace in the first half, but Kareem, I felt like in the second half, he was a really important cog in the wheels to move the ball in times where how many times was there were so many moments, Kareem, where the ball was so hotly contested in between the arcs, and our hands were so quick and so sharp, and it was perfect every single time. Every tap on, every handball needed to be on par, needed to be perfect, and it was when it needed to be.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Especially in the first half, he wasn't as very clean. He wasn't very quick with his disposals as well. He was getting caught out a lot holding the ball, and especially in that last quarter, having Hoskin and Elliott in that back half just absolutely booting the ball. I thought he shanked it out on the full. Then you see Harvey Harrison at the end of it. I don't know if that was luck. I think that was luck. I'm not sure if he saw Harvey Harrison in the corner of his eye.
I'll explain this to you, Kareem. So with that kick, right, he's in the position, the way his body was positioned, he could really only go one way. Like to get for distance, he couldn't hook it back towards the boundary on his end because he wouldn't have got any purchase on it. But what he would have known is the winger is going to be holding a little bit of width on the defensive side, and that player was Harvey Harrison, which is why Hoskin Elliott hedged his bets and went that way. There was, in my opinion, there was rationale behind that kick, and it was the best option he could have possibly taken.
Yeah, if it was intentional, it was definitely one of the most smartest kicks I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even Pendle's. I mean, considering that he could have just went over the boundary, well, other than Harvey Harrison marking it.
Yeah. Bo McCreary nullified LDU in the second half. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Crispy chips.
I thought. I think his name was Wardlaw.
Yep.
Can't remember. He was off the chains in the first half.
He was very good, very good, very good.
He was absolutely destroying us in the middle.
Second
And
time
you had
this
everyone
year.
in the middle was really poor performances in the first half, especially Crisp.
Yeah.
He was our most experienced player in there.
Jack Crisp, it was another mature performance by him, in my opinion. Whenever we needed a center clearance, he was there. Whenever we needed a tap on into advantage to progress the ball up the ground, he did it. He was clean. He's taken his game to another level, and that's hard to say. And it's hard to believe considering where he's come from early in the season when he nearly got dropped for the game against Brisbane, and he came in as a sub in that game against Brisbane, and now he's coming in and showing real like captain qualities and characteristics within his game right now.
Yeah, he's actually exerting traits of captaincy within his performances. Like in that Brisbane game itself, like it was a statement performance. He came out as a sub, just made instant impact, knowing that he could have been possibly dropped. Sorry, babe, I can't really drag this out, man. Honestly.
I'm lost for words,
I'm
bro. Cream,
trying my best.
give me 3 words to describe the game, and it doesn't have to be with regards to the end result. I want you to describe any moment or any quarter and use 3 words.
Honestly, through my head right now, that was fucked.
Let me write that down, brother. Let me write that down.
That was absolutely fucked.
That was fucked.
That's a very great, vivid description, but
I like it. It's honest, it's real, and I love it. And
it's definitely in the moment. Definitely in the moment.
Nah, I love it. Hey, thanks for joining the stream, brother, and hopefully we see you in a couple weeks' time, okay?
No, man. Thank you for having me on, and
thanks for coming on, man.
Putting out these videos, man. And the content's really good, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for coming
see you
around,
man. Take care.
See you, man. Bye. Oh, God, guys. God. This is not good for me. This is not good for me. These results, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, the peaks and troughs. I don't know, guys. This is... I don't know how to feel. Who wants to listen to Collingwood sing the song? Let me share the screen. Let's listen to Collingwood sing the song, guys. Give me 1 second. Let's just soak it up for a second and listen to Collingwood sing this very song. It wasn't a cakewalk, guys. It wasn't a cakewalk today. I'll tell you that for free. Lockie, how you going, brother? Here we go.
Side by side we stick together to uphold the Magpies. Late almighty, see the barricades are shouting as old barricades should. Oh, the members is the game for the good of Collingwood.
Another hard-fought day against the...
Fuck. That meant so much, guys. That meant so much. That meant so much on a historical level. How that's going to look in the history books. We'll look back at this game and we'll show future generations this game. We'll look back at this game at the end of the year and maybe we'll point to it and say, hey, this game is the reason why we made top 4. We might even go so far to say that this game was the reason why we won the flag. 15 injuries, down by 54 points. Fly makes changes at halftime that maybe other coaches aren't brave enough to take. So Fly has that in him to make critical decisions. He wasn't looking at damage control at halftime, Fly. He wanted to win that game. He believed in it. Still side bottom into the middle. Guys, I have to ask the question. does Steele Sidebottom have to stay in the middle now? I don't care about his age. He's not quite doing it on the wing. He's not quite doing it at the halfback flank. His best years were as a midfielder, in my opinion. Why can't we squeeze another year out of Steele Sidebottom in the midfield? Question me that. Answer me that, sorry. Why can't Steele Sidebottom reside in the midfield in lieu of someone else who's not quite ready? Finlay McRae, not quite ready. Lockie Sullivan was much better in the second half. You can't tell me Steele Sidebottom doesn't deserve another shot in the midfield after a game like that. Answer me that. Steele Sidebottom. There's been a lot of vitriol, a lot of negative talk around Sidebottom this year. He's finished. We're going to see him out. But, and I've been a part of that. I have to, such is the ebbs and flows on a week-to-week basis in sports in general. You're going to have opinions. Some you get right, some you get wrong. But on the basis of that performance, Sidebottom needs to be in the midfield. No room for him. DeGoey and Mitchell will be back. Interesting. We'll point to today's game was a turning point in our season, a season-defining win by our club to set us up as well as we go into the second half of the season. You know what, guys? I can't wait to make a documentary on this year already. I can't wait to share that with you guys. Can imagine how confident the players got out of that. Those close wins will only bring us closer together. North Melbourne were fucking unbelievable today, guys. Yeah, they lost. They still played 4 quarters, in my opinion. They played 4 quarters. That last quarter, they didn't shy away from contest. They didn't deter away from any hard balls. Nick Larkey, he showed up Darcy Moore for the most part of the game. That's okay. Luke Davies-Uniacke's going to look good in black and white, though. What do you think about that? LDU in black and white? Is he a chance? Maybe Cam Zerha as well. I heard he's out of contract. He looked good. And, you know, some of these players who haven't been performing super well, like a Cam Zerha, well, maybe he plays better in big games, bigger occasions, such as a game against Collingwood. So maybe you make the case that if he came to Collingwood and played in a big game every week, because that's what Collingwood do. They play in big games every week because everyone wants to play their grand final against us. Maybe that's the output we get from Cam Zerha on a week-to-week basis. And he was unguardable today. Thoughts? Who wins man of the match? I have Bobby edging Jamie, but I'm still in love with both. Fuck. I'm going to hey, Cream, just referring back to our conversation, I'm going to let it soak in a little bit longer before I rationalize who I think is best on. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I feel like 22, 23 players were best on ground today for Collingwood. We all had our moments. Someone will definitely make a video about this game. Reigning premiers of bottom place side, down by 54 points to win by 1. Forever etched in history. Collingwood folklore. Is Harvey a lock for the forward line in the 3 or 4 years? He's been a great player past few games. Extremely accurate in front of the big sticks. He's kicked 10 goals this year, I think. Maybe a couple more than that. Very accurate. Very good winger. Strong-bodied. Has a position in our team for the foreseeable future. Even 34-year-old Howe is still playing his footy. Best footy. We've been saying it, guys. We've been saying it. Billy Frampton back to the back line. He plays on effort, Billy Frampton. And sometimes effort as a key tall forward is not enough. You need a little bit of X factor, in my opinion. Kruger can take a big mark, but he's also got effort. He's got repeat efforts. He's got ground level ability. Billy Frampton, if the ball hits the deck, he's screwed. Whereas in the back line, effort is sometimes enough. And that's his best position. What else have I got? Jeremy Howe. He's good either way on either end of the field. But you have to say, again, maybe his best work is in the forward line right now. Darcy Moore, Billy Frampton, Charlie Dean in the back line, Jeremy Howe and Nathan Kruger as the two key tools right now until we get troopers back into the side. 7th biggest comeback in AFL history, AA187. Thanks for that. Guys, tell me in the chat, how many people or how many friends of yours or so-called friends of yours messaged you that are opposition fans getting into you about Collingwood when they were down by X amount of goals? Have you responded to them yet? Or are you going to leave them as unreplied and let that be the message back to them? They couldn't miss. Let me see if I have a stat for that as well, guys. Biggest differentials? Maybe? No? Right, AFL. I want to see what's like. Is that one of the most accurate games ever by an AFL team ever recorded? AFL tables, game records. Let me see here, guys. Scoring shots, something regarding scoring shots. Accurate scoring, 15 plus scoring shots, which is North definitely had. What they end up kicking for the game? 19-4, yeah? It's in the top 10 all time. It's in the top 10 all time. Most accurate scoring game with 15 plus scoring shots, North Melbourne. So there you go. Sidey looks better than Mitchell in the mid, in my opinion. Sidey has a lot more flair. Sidey has more outside game and still has an inside game. Yeah. I think you have to play Sidey in the middle again for extended periods. He's the answer. Kangas were awesome. Absolutely. 17th place, let's still go closer to G. Bucks was gone halfway through that season. 2021 was tough. The haters will hate, but true supporters will stay true. Davies Uniac will be with us soon, and Barras. Hey, we've got a massive wish list to choose from, that's for sure. If you've been watching any of my videos recently, we have a real collection of options in the free agency market in the next couple of years. So many. Zerha wants too much money. Barras or Bailey Smith? What about Barras and Bailey Smith? Good to see Bobby dominate! Exclamation mark. Thank goodness that is the last game at Marvel for this year. I hate the turf. Well, look, I'm glad it's not an excuse at the end of the day. We don't have to say, oh, but we lost because it was at Marvel. We won because we were at Marvel. We won because we were at Marvel today. LDU needs to be our main trade target. Flat no on Zerha. LDU in a heartbeat as he's an easy replacement. All right. Question for you guys in the chat. Keep. Okay. Bench, keep, sell. You've got Barras. You've got Logan McDonald. And you've got Luke Davies-Uniacke. Bench, keep, sell. What would you do with them three? Barras, LDU, and I've forgotten who that other person was already. Fuck. Barras, LDU, guys, help me in the chat. Who did I say just then? Barras, LDU. Come on, guys, help me in the chat. Let me just scroll down quickly. Logan McDonald. Bench, keep, sell. Go. Just catching up to the comments, guys. I'm catching up to the comments. We have nothing to trade for Smith. Future trade picks will be possible, hopefully, this year. Hopefully, in this offseason, trading future futures is possible. So not just trading for next year's draft, but trading for years beyond that, hopefully. I remember crying as a kid after Carlton beat us in the grand final. I remember crying after Collingwood beat Carlton in 2022. One of the only times I've ever cried in a game. From a game. Got to tell you, Anthony, my physio's name is Lockie, and his good mate is Lockie Sullivan, a champ. Lockie was unreal in the second half. He looked a little bit off the pace in the first half, as did many Collingwood players today look off the pace. A little bit slow. Slow to the speed of the game. Slow to the speed that North were putting on the game. And then second half, we reset, we reconvened, and the rest is history, right? Richards is better than Harrison for me. Different positions. So the beauty of that, Kevgen Loglau, 42, Pants, Mullane. The benefit of that, or the beauty of that, is Richards can play forward line and Harvey Harrison can play or has been playing all year on the wing. We have so many of these folklore games now. Guys, we've got to relish. We have to relish in this time. What we've seen from 2022 to present day, we're going to look back at this and we need to appreciate it now, actually. We need to appreciate it now. I don't see any clubs going through a period like this. Ups and downs, close games, close wins, some close losses, premiership. Nick Dacos, we get to see Nick Dacos. Josh Dacos. Darcy Moore gets vengeance for his old man for losing 5 grand finals. Darcy Moore avenges his father. Eighth biggest comeback in AFL history. Thoughts on TJ's game? I thought it was good. I thought he had a good first AFL game. And my opinion is maybe we can try and keep him in for as long as possible. The sooner the better, because there's so much potential in his game. I think TJ deserves a chance to establish himself and not just fill the gaps by way of the absences in our team right now. TJ was reasonable. Wish Caleb was here. He would have been sweating bullets. I don't know if he's I think he's still coaching, but I'm sure he knows the score. And I'm sure he'll jump into the chat at some point today. Tony Shaw's last year as a coach wasn't the best either. We finished last. I messaged myself. Thought we were well and truly done. 4 or 5 people messaged you, Magpies. Did you respond? Carlton fans on Twitter were getting very ahead of themselves. Cream, left them on scene. Very good. Thank God we have Fly as a coach. Thank the Lord. Bigger comeback than the Miracle on Grass. Was it? How much was Brisbane down by at the Gabba against Geelong? Because that as far as like greatest comebacks ever from any team in AFL history, that's the one game that springs to mind immediately. Brisbane versus Geelong. 18-2 from the first 3 quarters. Sherry smashed Cameron in certain periods throughout the game, particularly in the ruck contests. But around the ground, I thought Darcy Cameron was good. Sherry is an all-Australian caliber ruckman, guys. His ground level efforts, his ruck craft, his goal kicking prowess. He's a good fucking ruckman. I thought Cameron did well. Just love it, especially when people are saying we're done, and we do that. Really awesome. I responded with a photo of holding the Premiership Cup to a Carlton supporter. Very well. Mitchell has more grunt though, which is better for finals. Fair point. It is a fair point. But you can't tell me Sidebottom doesn't deserve another opportunity in the midfield. You can't. I'm not having that. I think Joe Richards could be a chance to come back after the bye. As I said, it was about 2 to 3 weeks, so it could be a chance to play versus Gold Coast. The sooner the better. I was loving everything about Joey Richards' game. Coaching. He's coaching at the moment. Is LDU a free agent? I think he's a restricted free agent, so North can match our trade, our bid or our contract offer, and then we have to give picks. So Ultimate Greatness, can you clarify that? He's very in tune with those sort of things. Howe was huge. Do you want him in the forward line for the rest of the season or on a need-to-need basis, guys? North Melbourne to beat Melbourne. Is that next week, Paul? I can get around that. LDU to the Pies, 2026. We should get Phillips as a cheapie. He's out of contract. Maybe not. Bench LDU, start Logan. Sell Brass. Okay. Sell McDonald, keep LDU, and bench Barras. All right. All right. So everyone's saying sell Barras, but we're caught up in whether we bench McDonald or LDU, and do we keep or bench one or the other? We need depth on the list for a flag-winning dynasty. We're building the depth. We're building the depth in players like, definitely in players like Harvey Harrison. Charlie Dean now has to be a part of that consideration, building depth towards a dynasty. Reef McInnes, I think he's making a case to helping Collingwood build a dynasty through the progression of youth development. They won't trade future picks, though. They need first rounder for Thomas McGuan. It's true. There's a lot of permutations that need to be considered over the next couple of years. And that's why we have list managers as a very integral role within the AFL industry. They make these decisions and make what they think at the time is the best decision for the team, for any team. All right. Yeah, need our future first pick for McGuan. He kicked 3 goals for Kilo yesterday, playing under his old man, Mick McGuan, as the coach in the EDFL, the Premier Division, the top division. Zach Fisher, nice try. Oh my God. Oh, my heart. When that went up, I was like, I could not. While that ball was in the air, I felt like I had an hour worth of thoughts run through my head as Zach Fisher kicked that goal, or kicked that nearly goal. And the main thing that was crossing my mind while that ball was in the air was like, I did not just go through all of that pain for us to lose at the siren. I wouldn't have been able to handle that, guys. I don't know what would have happened after that. I probably would have cried. I would have cried, that's for sure. Totally, bro. Make the most of this period of time for still Sidebottom. Greatest comeback ever. Never give up. Never give up. TJ will be better off halfback in the future than Mark Noble. That's not an outrageous call. That's completely fair. And that's why I think TJ has potential to stick around now. Where's Blue? I bet easy. Crisp has been played out of position early in the season. He flourishes in the midfield. Yeah. Well, even last year, I don't think he played a whole bunch in the midfield, to be fair. So what he's been able to do for us in the midfield with DeGoey, Pendlebury, and Mitchell out is nothing short of a miracle. Thoughts on Teakle? I prefer him compared to Bytel. He looked good in his first game, didn't he? He didn't look out of place. Bytel is maybe still a bit of a watch this space. He hasn't played well at the start of his career at Collingwood, but it's still early days. Kev, what a fucking win. It's true. It was almost ironically the dark horse to win it for North. That would have been a crazy story, wouldn't it? Go Pies, Greek Warrior. In the under-19s, Pies were down by 105 points at halftime. We won. Wow. What year was that, Marty? Yasu Balikari. Restricted free agent next year. Yep. Watch the game in Greece at 6 a.m. Commitment. Bailey Smith to Pies next year, or is Barras? I feel like we have room for maybe 2 free agency acquisitions. Geordie's in next game. Barras, potentially Josh Battle. Yeah, if we want someone at a lesser price, I think we could get Josh Battle for unders. Not unders, but cheaper than Tom Barras. Essendon's 69-point deficit against North in 2001 was the biggest comeback. Okay, there you go. There you go. Reef McInnes made instant impact as a sub. He's fast. And we know that because in the draft combine, I think he was one of the fastest in the 20-meter dash. Really good mark on lead. I keep saying that. Good mark on lead. And Caleb's been big on him because he hasn't put a foot wrong when you look at his season thus far. Averaging close to 2 goals a game, if not over 2 goals. How about Schultz? He's found his footing now. Lockie Schultz, man, he's been assigned a deeper role in the forward line in the last few weeks. That's what Craig McRae said throughout the week. He's kicking more goals. His pressure is still elite. Oh, I was saying earlier in the stream, we could put a montage together for Lockie Schultz today. 5 minutes worth of montage. And I wouldn't need to put a single goal in there. Because the amount of times he put his body in daunting positions, in the air, put his head in the hole. He did that every time. And he never took a step back. I extend that point to the next. Nobody on that field took a backward step today. Nobody from Collingwood or North Melbourne. People were willing to die on the field today. The way people threw their bodies. Eddie Ford, late in the game, going back with the flight. Harry Sheasel as well. Lockie Schultz. Jeremy Howe. Charlie Dean. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Did you guys see anybody take a backward step today? It's hot here. Enjoy the cold. Thanks. Efgadi Store. You can trade a first rounder out 2 years ahead and keep one for McGuan. There you go. Steve's well across this as well. So he's a good man to refer to when it comes to this stuff. We need one gun midfielder because of the Nick Dacos tag. True. But we saw today Nick Dacos can play as a high half-forward flanker and roll into the stoppages if being tagged and kick goals. 2 goals too. An ex-Carlton player, could you imagine? It's freezing here in Katoomba. Where's that? Sullivan is slow and makes many mistakes. He was slow like a lot of our players were in the first half. Our pressure wasn't there. Our match awareness with the ball in hand wasn't there. But in the second half, that changed. So I want to blanket Lockie Sullivan being slow as more of a Collingwood problem entirely in that first half. It's freezing. Biggest comeback win in AFL since 2015. If we're going for McDonald or Barras, I think McRae and McInnes will be traded for picks. Oh, I wouldn't let go of McInnes. I wouldn't let go of him. Thoughts of Reef being sub? Well, he won't be the sub next game against Gold Coast. You'd almost have to play him if possible. He's proved himself to be too much of an asset when he is on the field to be the sub again. I knew North will give us a hard time. They did. He had 30 plus in the VFL with Bytel. Yeah, time will tell with him. So he had 30 plus in the VFL, which is positive. What did you think of Bryn Tickle? He was all right, wasn't he? He was good. Nearly beat us. Nearly beat us with that goal, didn't he? When it comes to McDonald, I'd rather put more time into Iluru Smith and he'd be for cheaper, as I'd assume McDonald will ask for a bit of coin. Yeah, there is that risk putting a lot of money into someone like Logan McDonald. He's having a good year. Sydney share the load, though, so it's hard to get a gauge of how good of a year he's having. But Collingwood share the load as well. So maybe someone like Logan McDonald fits seamlessly and would be a beneficiary of playing for a team like Collingwood as well. Food for thought. Sidey and Crispy going into the middle. There have been some very good moves by Coach Craig McRae, and they both have really flourished in the middle. Yep. Reef won the 20-meter sprint, but was disqualified because he had a tailwind, so they couldn't count it. He's still fast, right? Mini Myercheck is Lockie Schultz. I like it. So we've got Angry Pendles. We've got Angry Pendles, who is Bruzzy. And now we've got Mini Myercheck, who is Lockie Schultz. Love that. Bobby and Schultz, 9 goals between them. I wrote down, guys, in moving the magnets on Friday night, I said a pass mark for Nick Dacos, Bobby Hugh and Lockie Schultz was 25 touches and 4 goals. They got 9 goals between each other. There you go. I don't mean to be negative. That last goal from North was completely Darcy's fault. Not good enough from our captain. Was that when he hand passed it over John Noble? Yeah, Darcy's struggled this year. That's fair. Darcy's struggled. He struggled. Nick Larkey tore him apart on the lead in the first half. Was way too quick for him. But they made adjustments in the second half to ensure that Darcy wouldn't have to play 1-on-1. Bobby Mark of the Year. Yeah, he's going to have to contest with Jamie Elliott, though. Even Josh Dacos put his head over the ball today. Schultz's 2 best games have been a marvel. Maybe we should play more. Katoomba is in the Blue Mountains near Sydney. That's right. What do they have there? The hydro, what do they call them? Meow. What do they have in the Snowy Mountains? Is it the Snowy Mountains where they have like the hydro energy or something like that? Dean is not good. I completely disagree with you, Greek Warrior. I think Dean is good and he's getting better. More holes in defense than a block of Swiss defense in the first half. Yeah, that's true. But we responded. Oh, you grew up in Northcote. Okay, there you go. This was so much like that game against North in 2022, except on steroids, Mr. Vegemite lover. Except on steroids in a big way. Yes, we were willing to put our bodies on the line today. It took every player to play 120 minutes and we got over the line. I was just happy it wasn't a draw. Thank God for that. Go Pies. Amen. I lived near the Magic Ground, Victoria Park. Okay. Do you think it will be a Collingwood Sydney Grand Final? We have to verse them in the final before Grand Final. I think I think our ceiling is 3rd or 4th position. If we finish 3rd, we probably won't face them. I'm not going to waffle. I'm not too sure how the finals tree works, but we'll probably have to, if we finish 4th, we verse Sydney in the first week. If we finish 3rd and win that, maybe we don't verse them to the grand final. I don't know if he's going to have much trade value, Finn McRae. I don't think so. Not right now. Darcy Moore's been poor. I thought Quaynor had one of his best games today. I don't know what the stat line says, but I thought he was really important in that second half. Was really strong under duress when North were applying pressure in their forward half. I thought Isaac Quaynor was unbelievable. Carlton show ponies. Carlton nothing without key forwards. On my way back home from the game, bent rods. So stressful. Moving side bottom, great decision. More midfield? I guess Richards is a minute to go again. Let's manifest that, right? Digsby's in the chat. Digsby's going crazy. More games at Marvel. I'd rather more interstate games. Well, they're looking to move one Marvel game to Gold Coast, right? as a showcase. IQ was decent today. IQ was outstanding, in my opinion, without looking at the stat line. Sidebottom should play in the mid. Jeremy should play forward from now on. Yeah, on a needs basis with Jeremy Howe regarding that, but he was very good in the forward line. Great leading option and can sit on people's shoulders and take mark of the year every week if he wants. And Sidebottom, I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it until we play Gold Coast. We need to see Sidebottom in the midfield more. Simple. I too am a big fan of Joey Richards and how he goes out, especially for a young player, but shows much maturity for someone at his stage of his career. Yep. Play press conference. Let me see what's been uploaded onto the Collingwood website that we can watch. Give me a sec. It's just the team song thus far. We've already done that. So there's nothing just yet. And I don't know if I put if I share my screen and play something on YouTube, I'm just concerned I might get a copyright. So I don't want to do that. Second, third is very possible. We'll get there. Just have to hope it's not in the state team if we're third. Hey, but we traveled pretty well in the state, right? Quaynor was a lot more physical in the second half, more willing to endure punishment in contests, especially when he clobbered 2 roos in a marking contest. Yeah. Everyone was willing to endure today in the contest. He is Mini Degoe with that tattoos. That's true. Frampton stayed at home in the first half, yeah. I wouldn't want to move games from Marvel. Play a few games at Marvel against interstate teams and don't play at home against a Marvel tenant play at the MCG. Yeah, cool. All food for thought. GWS are up by 7 points against Port, which is good for us when it comes to the ladder. Collingwood are currently sitting at third. We've got a game ahead some of the players in the top 8, though. Essendon are a game behind. They've played 13. We've played 14. Port Adelaide have only played 12. Geelong have played 13. And Freo have played 13. So there might be a bit of catching up on us in the bye. Yeah. Fuck. Guys, how good is footy? How good is Pies footy? I'm not talking about this channel. I'm talking about what we saw today. Pies footy. How good. Does anyone want to join and have a chat? Click the link. Click the link, guys, if you want to have a chat. Oh, we get a week off now. Rest on our laurels for a bit. Enjoy ourselves. It's so good. Plus your channel. Thanks, Ben. I posted a video today, guys. I'm not sure how many of you would have seen it because I posted it as I had done as I was doing a live stream, the pregame show. But I posted a video on Logan McDonald and Elliot Yeo as a conversation. So there's that as well. All three marks of the year to Collingwood. Jamie Elliott, Bobby Hill, and Jeremy Howe. What about Nathan Kruger's mark? Kev. Let's get Kev in. Kev's Magpies. Let's get Kev's in.
Can you hear me? Most importantly. What a fucking win, mate. What a win. To be 54 points down and the umpires were against us in that first half, unbelievable.
How were you at the game?
I was. I'm on the train, so on the way home from the game. I was standing near the Collingwood cheer squad, which is good. But yeah, I think in that second half, I thought that Bobby Hill played well. I thought Jeremy Howe played really well as well, and even Lockie Schultz played really well. And Kruger going into the game, which was important. Took a few good marks, had a few set shots. Yeah, really proud.
How nice is it to have a genuine key tall forward like Nathan Kruger on the field?
Yeah, definitely agree. And I think he should stay. It's his second game back. We don't want to put too much pressure on him. But I think as well, we might check in Cox get back in as well. I think we'll be better. But we did look like we were second rate today in that first half in particular. But our second half was impressive when we got going. So knew we would win. Obviously, knowing that North are inexperienced, and they played really well today, credit to them. But I thought that because of the younger bodies, because they've inexperienced, I knew that we could run over the top of them, and we did.
Now arriving at
I actually thought, Kev, because of the way they bounced back in the last quarter against West Coast last week, I thought maybe they'd do the same thing. And when Tiku ironically kicked that goal to get back in front, I was like, maybe they've gathered some wisdom and experience from that game last week and they're going to hold on. But we fought back again. We knew better.
Yeah, and I think as well, our experience in close games actually does help. And teams aren't training enough, unfortunately. We're the only ones that train it. We're the only ones that to put in the hard work with it, know exactly what we do. There's a few calls that somehow, how was that not 15? How was that not a hold to some of our guys? Nick Dacos got held in that last quarter in particular, and they didn't pay it. But just our run and carry just looked great. Noble played pretty good. Craner played really well. I thought TJ showed a fair bit today. I thought he was impressive. But yeah, like I'd rather play like this, especially against Gold Coast now after coming off a bye and start getting going, because we need to keep winning. We are going to lose some games. It's all a matter of when we're going to lose, but I just hope now that we just keep our momentum going. We can't afford to let too many teams to start really well. But again, I take a win any day of the week.
The win is important at the end, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Kev, how much impact do you think the bye will have? Having a mental refresher would be needed since it's been such a long season already. That's a comment from Ultimate Greatness. Thoughts?
I think we need the bye. I definitely do. I think because of the injuries we've had, I think it's to give the boys a bit of a mental break, go back into it. We've got Geordie I think we got DeGoey coming back. We got Pendles. We got Mycheck as well, Richards. So I think the bye definitely does help. We've got momentum, but I just hope that our momentum doesn't get stopped after the bye. We need to really keep it going. So I think we definitely need the bye for now. But it certainly, I don't know about you, mate, but it certainly felt like we just wanted the bye to come along. We looked really slow in that first quarter in particular. What do you think?
We looked slow. We looked off the pace. North Melbourne had a really good pressure game last week. We came off a 6-day break. Am I using that for excuse? No, I won't use that as an excuse. But sometimes that's just footy. That's just sport, Kev. I think sometimes you can be off the mark, and it's just about how quickly you can respond in the midst of the moment. And I think Fly, whatever he did at halftime, he waved his wand. He made some positional changes, and in the end, we flipped the game on its head in the second half. We got the job done at the end of the day.
What are your thoughts on Vin? Do you think that he will be dropped in the VFL, or do you think he will be in the side? Because I don't know if he's up to it, to be honest.
Well, I'll flip the question to you, Kev, and ask you: would you have Reef as a sub again, or would you want him to start?
I think you have to. I know. Part of me want me to start him to see how he goes in the full game, but then the other part of me is have him as a sub. But it depends on who you've got coming back into the side.
Okay.
So
let me paint the picture a different way, Kev, for you. I'll paint the question a little bit more different for you then. With Scott Pendlebury available and Jordan DeGoey available in particular, can you keep someone like Finlay McRae in? And if, let's just say, hypothetically, you wanted to keep Finlay McRae in, who do you take out instead of Finlay McRae? You can't do it. You can't do it, can you?
No, I think you have to take Finn out.
Unfortunately.
I don't think unfortunate as it is, I think you got to take him out. I think you got to keep Harvey Harrison in because I think he did really well. especially in that last quarter, he took a mark, and you know, from that kick from I think it was John Noble, whoever kicked it to him. But yeah, like at the end of the day, I think you got to drop Finn and play him in reserves. Unfortunately, it's part of the game, you know.
Noble Park.
So, Kev,
Yeah,
we got, let's say after the bye, we got Degoe, Pendlebury, Myercheck, and who else? Who else is really important that we'd like to bring back in? Joe Richards. Joe Richards. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So there's 4 players there: Jordan Degoe, Scott Pendlebury, Brody Myercheck, Joe Richards. Who are you taking out of the team for those 4?
Finn is one. Sullivan is another one.
Yep.
Harvey Harrison would be another. If it came down to it, maybe Harvey Harrison, because then you need a forward, or potentially you might have to get rid of someone like not Lockie Schultz, but maybe someone like what do you call it? TJ maybe, or maybe someone like a Billy Frampton.
Yep. Okay. So Harvey Harrison's probably one I'd like to keep, but it is it's difficult to make decisions on the fly. But you've done pretty well there. Like Finn McRae's a fair call. Sullivan's a fair call. So that's your Pendlebury and that's your Degoe in. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the midfield all sorted.
Yep. And then you've got Joe Richards. Maybe let's just say Joe Richards. I know it's not like for like, but Joe Richards for TJ. Yeah, just to make space there.
Yep.
What about Brody Myercheck?
I wouldn't say Kruger. I think we need to keep Kruger. Maybe I don't know. It's very hard.
It might have to be McInnes. When it
Yeah,
comes
maybe
down to it.
Reeve. Yeah, maybe Reeve.
When it comes down to it, right?
Because you don't want to drop a small forward. Like, you can't afford to drop Harvey Harrison. It's all about having that like-for-like option. So, I think
Kev?
Reeve, yeah.
Just quickly, what was the atmosphere like at the game? At quarter time, half time, 3/4 time, and full time? Tell me.
Quarter time, it was frustrating because we wanted we were making so many mistakes, north or up and about. The second quarter, the same, a little bit, maybe a little bit more. I did try to get the Collingwood chant going, especially when we were down. I was the only one that was doing it. And then when we got a few goals in the last quarter, then the Collingwood chant became more. But yeah, the third quarter, it was like, we had the momentum. We're up and about. A few North goals as well in that third quarter. It's like, oh no. But then that last quarter, it was amazing. So, yeah, I thought we handled the pressure really well. Even though our pressure was poor in that first half, in the second half we lifted. I just thought the atmosphere of the crowd was really good. We had the drums in the cheer squad, which was really good. But yeah, it's just that there's not enough chancing, in my opinion. I think when we're down and we're trailing, I think us as fan base, we should be trying to get the boys up. Let's go Collingwood, let's go Ollie. Let's use the Collingwood chant like we always do. I know we get criticised for doing it, when we're in front and not when the game ends, but when we're behind, the boys definitely needed us, and we got the boys over the line today, in my opinion. I think that they thrive on us from doing
We're the
that,
19th man, Kev.
We are.
Kev, just quickly, I'm sharing your YouTube channel in the chat. Can you tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel?
I started in 2020. I've had the account for ages, but I started making content 2020, and it was mainly about Collingwood content. And while I was doing that, I've seen other people do match day vlogs, and I thought, that would be great for my channel as well, and I've gone better at it. I started to do gym vlogs as well, and bit of streaming and watch-alongs and that sort of thing. I stream mainly on Twitch. That's for games and that, because try and grow my Twitch channel as well. But yeah, I saw Sweet Luke doing it, and I thought it would be good for a Collingwood supporter to have their opinions. Start doing playing ratings. I haven't done them in a while. I need to start getting back into doing that. And then started to do the VFL reports as well. Haven't done that in a while. But yeah, it's just that as a Collingwood content creator, as a Collingwood supporter, there's not many of us out there that make content about Collingwood. And because there's the media don't always get it right when it comes to Collingwood. They don't always know, what they're talking about and that sort of thing. I think it's good for Collingwood fans to have their opinions, and I recommend Collingwood fans make content about Collingwood, and if we can support each other and grow the channel out as much as we can, that would be great. And then even doing basketball training vlogs as well, that's part of it. Like, I want to try and obviously get on the court after hurting my ankle, and just try and do bits of training, see how I go. I can't do vlogs at basketball, unfortunately, for reasons I can't really say.
Kev,
But
you haven't missed your stop yet, have you?
no. It's all right. I haven't missed my stop at all.
Hey,
So
how
it's
long have
all
you?
good.
How are you a part of the? So are you part of the Collingwood cheer squad? Is that where you sit, or?
I'm not part of the cheer squad, but I'm further away from the cheer squad. So at the MCG, my home games are M29, K7.
Yeah.
So that's where I sit. At every home games. Away games is level 4. And then at Marvel, unfortunately, it's redeemed tickets. So today I was sort of near the cheer squad, but where the behind post was. So I had Collingwood fans around me as well. And
Do you go to every game, Kev? And if so, how long have you been going for?
I've been a member for over 5 years now. So I started in 2018. I try to go to most games. Because I do have a disability, my mum doesn't like me going out at night by myself. So
Fair enough.
if I can, I go with my sister or with a carer if I can.
Yep.
If not, I just stream the games at home. But yeah, I try to go as often as I can in Victoria, Marvel and MCG. And when we play VFL, I like to go and watch the VFL team play as well. Just to support the boys that way. So yeah.
Well, Kev, that's awesome, mate, and it's been a pleasure having you on, and hopefully we see you again after the Gold Coast game.
Yeah, certainly will. Hopefully it's a win. I'll do the review for this game. I'll do the mid-season review as well, and yeah, might do a stream for the Gold. Depending on who Gold Coast play, I might do that, or I might just watch it in general. But yeah, like I'm always trying to improve my content and trying to get better as a content creator. And I do things that will work in my favor, and I try not to get stressed out on the views. It's just all about eventually, it takes time. You can make the best video and it may not do well, so it does depend on what content you make as well. So I'm glad that we won. I'm glad that we beat Melbourne too, as well. Unfortunately, couldn't get on, but yeah, thank you for having me, and go the Mighty Pies, huh?
Go the Pies, Kev. Have a good night. Get home safe, bro.
Yeah, we'll do, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a legend. Will you get some love in the chat for Kev's Magpies? That's a serious Collingwood fan, guys. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Oh, what are we saying, guys? Yeah, there you go. Well done, Kev. A diehard supporter. Check out Marty's music at Marty Wiggins. There you go. Oh, what a day. I feel like it feels like it was 1 o'clock an hour ago. And now it's 5:30. How's that? How is that? Guys, I'm rooted. I'm hungry. I'm going to go. No, I'm not. We're not going. We're watching the post-game interviews from Lockie Schultz and TJ. And then I'll hop off, guys. Let's watch from the rooms. Let's listen to TJ after his first game, guys.
Tao, you've just sung the song for the first time at AFL level. Dream come true for a Collingwood supporter.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know like what the hell just happened, but dream come true. I feel like from the third quarter everything's been a blur, but like trying not to swear, but that was crazy. Yeah.
And you're a Collingwood supporter. You're on the couch in 2022 and even last year watching those close finishes. How did it compare being out on the field versus watching on the couch as a fan?
It's so hard trying not to be a fan while you're playing, but I think it's much of the same. Like you're just ecstatic. You don't really believe what's happening, what's unfolding in front of you. But when the siren goes and you're in front after being down by so much, you just sort of put your hands in your head.
And for you, you've only played 8 games at VFL level. That's not a lot. You've been here for a couple of 100 days. How did you find the step up, the intensity of playing at AFL level? Obviously, at third quarter, the cramp there got you, but you got back out there.
Yeah, I did get the double cramp in the hammies, but yeah, the step up's huge. Obviously, you have less time with the ball, but I think the way that the boys sort of made me feel comfortable, the license that the coaches gave me to just play to my strengths, just perfect club to play your first game at. So yeah, it was amazing.
There's a story that went out earlier today about your relationship with Isaac Quainer. What was it like running off the halfback flank with him out there as well?
It was actually pretty cool. He's the first person I wanted to run to after the siren because I think he was awesome for us, but we have a special friendship, me and him. He's like a big brother to me. So, that win, it's pretty cool to do it with him.
And your family are just over there, 2 brothers playing at AFL level. Could you have imagined that would come to reality?
I dreamt of it, but I didn't think it'd feel like this, and I didn't think it actually happened. But credit to my parents for getting us out of Africa and trying to get us a better life over here. I'm just so happy that we're in this position. Just trying to make them proud.
Tao, first win at AFL level. Congratulations. Well played.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very well spoken, isn't he? Let's watch Shooter. Arguably one of the top 3 performers from this game. Sorry guys, that's just taking me back to Google. Let's go here. Let's have a listen to Shooter.
Well, Lockie, I think that was documented just before you came off the ground. That was the 3rd greatest comeback this century. 54 points, 9 goals. What did it feel like on the field in that second half where we just kept coming and coming?
I felt awesome. That was amazing, honestly. That's why we play footy. We don't play to get behind by that much, but this team just never gives up. Just so much belief within the group. There was not any doubt at any stage of the game that we thought we're not going to be able to come back here. And once we get that momentum going, I think we're pretty hard to stop. And it's exciting for everyone involved. Edge of seat sort of stuff, but just so good to get it done, and so proud of the boys.
You've played in a few close games, but you probably watched from afar in 2022, 2023 when this team just kept coming from behind. What did it feel any different out on the field? Is it just belief and energy, and it just kind of everyone's so driven to get that result, aren't they?
There's just so much experience there. Obviously, the boys have done it a few times, so they know what to do. But it just, as I said, there's so much belief out there. Like you're never in doubt. Like we just know that our process and the way we play is going to get us back into games. And no matter how far we get behind, as much as we wouldn't like to, our belief never goes away. And it was just an awesome fight back. Everyone just played their role, and that's all we asked for. We just asked the guys to play their roles, and everyone did. And it was awesome. There's some awesome individual efforts. Bobby Hill was unbelievable. Whisper was awesome in the last quarter once he got forward, and it was just topped off a great day. Yeah.
Let me ask about Bobby. 9 goals between the both of you. He took that mark. Firstly, let's start with the mark. Where were you, and what did you think when he rose that high?
I need to watch a replay because I was downstairs doing a HIA. So keen to see it because I've heard that it's up there with Jamie's. So I'll be keen to check it out.
And for you personally, 4 goals, won, your best effort for the club. How are you feeling? You feel like it looks like you're just gelling really well in that forward line now, and you've got a real sound understanding of the system and the way we want to play?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, it was probably a disappointing start to the season for myself. Went back to the drawing board. I sat down with Fly and looked at things I could do to better myself. And I feel like that conversation just made me feel like I belong. And that sense of belonging makes me feel right at home out in the field. And I can play with a lot more confidence and freedom. And it's nice to get some goals on the board each week. But as long as I'm playing my role and I'm valued within the 4 walls, that's what matters to me. And obviously there's some external pressure out there, but I'm just here to win games and win games of footy and play alongside guys like Bobby. He's unbelievable to play alongside, and today was so special just playing out there, seeing what he does firsthand, and it's just such a special team to be a part of.
And talk to us about our 200 gamer, Braden Maynard. He wears his heart on his sleeve. I think Nathan Buckley said in the week he's aggressive on the field, but he's really vulnerable off it, and he's a great teammate, isn't he?
Absolutely, he's honestly one of the best teammate you could ask for. He's everything you want. On the field, he's as tough as anyone. He'll do anything. He'll die for his teammates. But off the field, he's the first bloke to message you if something's going on. He's the first bloke to pick you up off the ground. He's a spark in every room. He gets the vibes up and about, and he's just one of those guys that you absolutely love playing amongst, and he's a mate away from the team as well. He's just one of the best blokes you can ask for.
Shooter, another win, a bye ahead, a little break. Enjoy it, and congratulations, mate. Well played.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Another well-spoken gentleman there in Lockie Schultz. What I took from that interview was the conversation he had with Fly when he felt like he wasn't playing at his best early in the year. And we all saw that, right? And Fly, again, is the telling factor as to why someone in the team has been able to turn their game around from an offensive level at least and have the impact that he's having now. Craig McRae is the architect, the catalyst for Lockie Schultz. Lockie Schultz says he gave me the confidence and the feeling that I belonged within the 4 walls, and that's all that mattered, and that's what set him on his merry way. That's what I took from it. What did you guys take from that? The 3rd greatest comeback in the last century, I think I heard as well. I need Fly to give me messages during the week to get me through work. Wow, that's funny. I need Fly to tell me I belong. He lets the players express themselves and lets them speak and lets them feel. Because Fly doesn't focus on the things you can't do, but he focuses on the things you can do and improve from there. The man. We'll never have anyone else like him. We'll never have someone like him. There'll be a protege, but there'll never be a Fly McRae. We all need a Fly in our lives. And on that note, guys, I need food in my life. I need to go have dinner. I'm exhausted. As we all would be after that game. It's been a long day. review coming out either tonight or tomorrow. The Pie Performers review show tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock with Caleb. Tomorrow or Tuesday, there will also be a 1990 documentary that I'll be releasing. And so much more. See you guys. Good night.